Excuse me, sir. Sir, please make yourself the organizer because some people are removing the students.
Hello, Girish. Yes, Girish, I am making you a presenter also. Okay, can we start the session, today's session? Because almost 112 students are there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes.
Her voice is breaking.
Hello. Yes. Now audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Second, I am sharing my PPT. Yes, my screen is visible to all.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So good morning, all of you. This is your second class of bridge course of my subject of financial and management accounting. Today, I just want to discuss and trying to give you a complete type of knowledge in what principle or what type of principle they are divided into parts of convention, concept and conventions, how they are important in accounting, and what type of lessons or what type of information provided by those type of principles, because they are the fundamental or providing base to our accounting. So first, what do you understand by gap? Generally accepted accounting principles, because without principle none subject or none type of methodology are worked. That's why in accountancy there are gap analysis. So gap means principles of accounting are the general law or rule adopted or proposed as a guide to action, a settled ground or basis of conduct of practices. That means gap principles provide us different types of parameters, conditions, and different types of laws adopted by company law board and put that type of law in accounting because of standardization or because of similarization. According to AICPA, GAP have substantial authoritative support and general acceptability, because in India, our accounting standards are maintained and framed by ICAI, Indian Chartered Accountant Firm, which was developed in 1949. That's why they are generally accepted, because they include all types of information which is essential for accounting techniques, development of account. Gap must be relevant, objective, and feasible. That means the accepted accounting principles provided under the cap of gap is meaningful, logical, reliable, and implemented without much cost and complexity. That means without any disturbance, Indian government and company law board accepted the gap principles for implementation. So classification of accounting principles. So, how many types of principles? That is another thing. What do you mean by concept and conventions? In broader ways, if we divide both of these, concept and conventions, so concepts are called modern technique or approach of accounting, which is applicable in modern times. And accounting conventions, in broader sense, we told these are accounting conventions are traditional approach of accounting which are applicable in today's era of globalization and commercialization also. That means both mix, both are providing a good concept and also understandable type of logic behind accounting principles. Any doubt? Am I audible to all? Because now I am going to discuss all accounting principles one by one.
Yes.
Any,
Sure,
okay,
sir.
Yes, sir.
okay. So accounting concepts are called modern approaches of accounting principles, and conventions are called traditional approach of accounting principles. So in next slide, accounting concepts. Accounting concepts are basic assumptions or fundamental propositions with in which accounting operates. In what type of parameter or framework we prepare our financial statements, because without principle, none type of concepts are working. They are generally accepted accounting rule based on which transactions are recorded and financial statements are prepared. That's why they are called concepts of accounting or accounting concepts. It is important to follow the accounting concept because it enables the users of financial statements to understand them better and in the same manner, because they are logical, various types of logic behind the concept, why that type of concept put in under accounting standards, or why we follow those type of concepts. That's why they are understand them better and in the same manner. Conventions. Although I told you conventions are called traditional approach of accounting principles. Accounting conventions are the outcome of accounting practices or principles being followed by enterprise. For example, what do you mean by convention of conservatism? For example, accounting convention of conservatism. What does it mean? Any student who can clarify this convention? Convention of conservatism. Conservatism in meaning in Hindi, Rudhivadi. That means old type of thinking which our forefather had followed. That means, what do you mean by convention of conservatism? That means convention of conservatism means anticipate for non-profit and prepared all kind of losses. Because if you want to grow your business in future, then you have to understand, don't divide or expand, don't divide profit before 3 or 4 years of tenure. Why? Because in coming years, if company will facing any type of drawbacks or situations due to the company's policy or due to the demand of product, then they will incorporate those profit into the firm for survival. That's why Conventions provide accounting practices or principles followed by the enterprise. Over a period of time, convention may undergo a change with time to bring about improvement in quality of accounting information. That's why whole world is trying to adopt various types of accounting policies and trying to revive their accounting standards because of the demand of various companies or various because of the demand of globalization. Why? Because we have a separate set of accounting standards and Western countries have a separate set of accounting standards. That's why similarization is must for us also and them also. That's why Indian accounting standard, though have 32 types of accounting standard, but we incorporate those type of changes in IFRS. We trying to adopt those because we can't directly adopt international financial reporting system, but we are trying to adopt some changes and trying to revive, incorporate those important points into our Indian accounting standards because we also have a various globalized companies. That's why similarization, similarity in reports, similarity in accounting format, standards. That's why Indian Company Law or Company Law Board revised their Company Act 1956 in 2013, and they also revised various formats because those are the demand in market and demand of situations of globalization. Because of similarity concept, Indian accounting standards also in a revival phase. Clear? Yes. So accounting concept. What do you mean by accounting concept? Why accounting concepts are important? Because in this slide, I have discussed three concepts. First concept relate to the going concern concept. So what do you mean by going concern? Going concern means when company settled or company states that a business, its firm will continue to carry on its activity for an indefinite period of time. Because because when any entrepreneur or CEO is trying to start company, they have taken various types of pain, various type of recognition because they want to survive long time. That's why going concern assumption, simply stated, it means that every business entity has continuity of life. Thus, it will not be dissolved in the near future. Here I am discussing or discuss with only limited type of company. Those have various type of vision and mission, right? This is an important assumption of accounting as it provides a basis for showing the value of assets in the balance sheet. Because every year there is a lots of changes happen in various types of assets, various types of information, and other parts of the asset. That's why the value of assets declining because in accounting concept we use historic cost concept. So going concern concept means business firm will continue carry on its activity for an indefinite period of time. For example, if we take example asset depreciation on 10 years, if an amount is spent on an item which will be used in business for many years, it will not be proper to charge the amount for the revenue of the year in which the item is acquired. That's why there is a concept of going concern assumption. These are assumptions. For example, if you take when Reliance company started or come into the existence as a Reliance Industry Limited in late 1967 or late 60s. After the death of their owner or their founder, company is running because of this concept. For example, JRD Tata, 1931, they started Tata Group. But after the death of JRD Tata, the company also survived today because of going concern assumption or ongoing concern concept of account. Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
second
sir.
Yes, sir.
concept.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you. Yes, thank you.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
next, consistency assumption. First, what do you mean by consistency? Consistency means continuously. So business must practice and adhere to the rules, assumptions or principles of consistently, because they can't simply change their practices without concrete reasons. For example, if the accounting period of a firm is from 1st January to 31st December for the current year, the firm cannot simply change the accounting period for next year to April to March, 1st April to 31st March, because if they want to change, then they have a strong type of assumption or logic. They put their logic in annual journal meeting, which is supported by at least three-fourth type of majority, and they also put this request in their special meeting. If the resolution passed by majority of 75% or more than 75% of present members, or they completed the quorum, then only they have taken permission from company law board and changed the financial year. Second example, if company is using different types of depreciation method for their different types of assets. For example, they are using written down value method for motor vehicle, and for furniture they are using straight line method. And company want to transformation of these methods and they want to use written down value method because that method is more beneficial in compared to straight line method. But because of this consistency assumption or concept, they can't do it simply. They have passed resolution in special meeting. After passing that majority, three-fourth majority of the quorum and three-fourth majority of the assumption present member, they put this resolution to the company law board because they want to transform all type of depreciation method converted to written down value method. Because similarity type of balance sheet is necessity for comparison. That's why company law board is not put or not given simply permission to do any type of changes in formats, any type of changes in formats of balance sheet or formats of any financial reporting system or any type of financial statement without special resolution. That's why consistency assumption is one of the most important assumption, and that will direct affect the all financial statements of an organization, because these assumptions are important to understand. That's why I am providing you some types of example for better understanding, because when we are doing practicals, then these type of assumption if you have in your mind, then easily understand what are the procedures of accounts or preparation of journal entries and other formats. Third is accrual assumption. What do you mean by accrual? Accrual assumption means is something that becomes due, especially an amount of money that is yet to be paid or received at the end of the accounting period. That means amount due but not received. Okay, amount due but not received. It means that revenues are recognized when they become receivable. Though cash is received or not received, and the expenses are recognized when they become payable. Though cash is paid or not paid is not the question, but accrual according to concept, both transaction will be recorded in the accounting period to which they relate. That's why when we preparing final account, we include various types of adjustments, because those adjustments support the, because they are related to that particular year. That's why adjustment in final account is necessity part because of accrual assumption. Therefore, the accrual concept make a distinction between accrual receipt of cash and the right to receive cash as regard revenue, and actual payment of cash and obligation to pay cash as regarded expenses. I hope you understand why we adjustment in our final account, because of accrual concept. Because if expense or revenue is related to that particular type of period, then that is compulsory to attend or compulsory to record that transaction, right? So next assumption is business entity concept. For a 1 minute. Yes, recording is started by someone. Girish. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, recording
Okay,
is.
thank you. Thank you, Victor. I am just checking the recording started here. Okay. So next, business entity concept. What do you mean by business entity concept? Any student who want to give some light on this concept? Because this is one of the most important concepts.
Sir, every
Business
business has its own entity.
its own identity, because when business set up, so business is set up with the help of corporate type of word, the business owners are differentiated. So concept assume that owners and business are two different entities. It means that the purpose of accounting, the business had its own owner, or artificial person is become an owner, are to be treated as two separate entities. Because this concept is also called business legal entity concept. That means corporate, when company registered, they have provided some name. That means business is entitled or recognized as an artificial person, and all type of financial transaction related with that type of firm is on the name of that artificial person. For example, you are using Airtel service provider as an mobile service, or you are taking services of Airtel. So when or prepaid or postpaid, when you pay the bill, so bill is paid on the name of Airtel company, not on the name of Mittal, right? Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right, sir.
Right, sir. Right.
Right. For example, Geo, you are not making payment on directly payment to the account of Mr. Mukesh Ambani because of this concept. This concept states that business and honor is differentiated, and they are two different identities, because under limited company only shareholder are recognized as honor and company is recognized as artificial person. That's why business legal entity concept is an important concept of an organization and important to understand by each of you. Second, money measurement concept. In yesterday class, I have discussed we have two type of economic activities. We have a two type of activity, economic and non-economic activity. Economic activity relates with economic identities where we have pay something. So economic monetary concept and non-economic activity which is affected with love, affection or any other type of emotion. So under this concept, money measurement concept holds that transactions and events that can be measured in terms of money only are recorded in the books of accounts of the enterprise. In other words, Money is the common denominator in recording and reporting all transactions. That means those type of help provided by some other person, but we can't transfer that particular effort into an economic activity figure. Then we can't include those type of support or emotion in our accounting, because in accounting we include only those items which have to be identified in the terms of money. Clear? Third, accounting period concept. Accounting period concept means, for example, what type of period that company have. In India, all commercial type of firm have 1st April to 31st of March. Accounting period refers to the span of time at the end of which the financial statements of an enterprise are prepared to know whether it earned profit or incurred losses during that period, and what exactly is the position of its assets and liabilities at the end of that period. If company want that, they don't want, if they want, then this is not in beyond the, because this is beyond the power of that firm to increase the time period of the firm. That's why when company is earned certification of incorporation, company law board provide every firm to settle down within 3 years in standard accounting period. What is that standard? 1st April to 31st March. That's why company will provide it 3 years. Why 3 years? Because certification of incorporation after getting by company, first 6 months they are not entitled to start the manufacturing of the firm. That is a minimum period. After that 6 months, company have to start their business, and they have to provide it 18 months. 18 months for coming into the cycle of accounting standard accounting period. 18 plus 6 is 24 months. After 24 months, they have trying to adopt that accounting cycle. Hello? Yes, please mute yourself. Yes, please mute. Next is, I hope you understand the accounting period principle. Why this principle is important? Because every company in India have an accounting period of 1st April to 31st March. That's why company law board not permitted any company to go beyond the dates, because they want to understand, they want to know what is the company's profit within the period of 1 year and within the period of standard duration provided by them. Next is full disclosure concept. The principle of full disclosure required that all materials and relevant facts concerning financial performance of an enterprise must be fully and completely disclosed in the financial statements and their accompanying footnotes. Because if you have seen any type of annual reports, under annual report, they have shown various type of schedules. Schedules means every type of figure clarified under those schedules, because they will provide only figure. Suppose motor vehicle 5 crore. That means 5 crore is motor vehicle as an asset in that firm. But what is the distribution of that 5 crore? How many types of motor vehicle or automobile type of vehicle they have? That is explained in that schedule. Next, important of full disclosure principle is also this aligned with, because of shareholder and various type of users involved with their share capital in the firm. That's why disclosure is important also for those people who are directly or indirectly associated with that firm. That's why this is also recognized as disclosure of all accounting policy, accounting standard number 1. Right? Next, materiality concept. What do you mean by materiality concept? The concept of materiality requires that accounting should focus on material facts. The material of a fact depends on its nature and the amount involved. Sometimes company have various types of tiny or small type of material, but they don't want to put those all material under the category of assets, because that if they put all materials like rubber, pencil, and screw, torch, cell, these type of small materials, then they will put those items under schedule as a miscellaneous assets and show and put that miscellaneous asset in asset and shown in balance sheet attached schedule. Because of that schedule, they all understand, or all type of persons who directly or indirectly attached with that firm, they understand what the material they have. Because company have, this is a also full disclosure principle and materiality, don't company don't want to unnecessarily expand their asset, but they have to shown each and every item they have available at the end of 31st March. That's why materiality principle is under the category of convention, right? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next,
Yes.
prudence or conservative
Yes, sir.
principle. Thank you, Vita. Yes, prudence or conservative principle. Starting, we discuss mean by conservative principle or prudence. Prudence or conservative principle means revenue is recorded when it is realized beyond doubt, whereas expenses should be recorded as soon as they come into notice. Please hear again. Revenue is recorded when it is realized beyond doubt. So revenue we recognize when we earn, but expenses should be recorded as soon as they come into the notice. When we receive the amount of that expense, then expenses should be recorded. This practice make organizational behavior more rational and responsive, right? So business must avoid overstating values of assets and revenues and understanding liabilities and expenses when recording transactions. Clear? So conservative principle means revenue when record when you will received, and expense recorded when it is realized or when it is come into the notice. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes, yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So next, cost, historical cost principle. First, what do we mean by historical cost? Because yesterday we discussed this concept, because historical cost principle means financial data must be recorded in the books of account or journal at cost. That is an amount of originality paid when the transaction occurred. And we provide this information by year into our records. Why? Because because of this concept, we don't, if that is declined by depreciation or declined by some other, then we decline the value of that particular asset. But if appreciated, then we don't add that much amount and show only at historical cost because of this concept, right? Next is an important. What do you mean by matching concept? Yes. Anyone who want to put some light on this concept, because this is an important concept. Sometimes student who is not proficient in this subject are taking this as accrual concept. So what do you mean by matching concept? Matching concept states that your revenue generated and expenses incurred in same year will matched at the end of that financial year. Some students taking it as dual aspect, double entry system. They will match double entry. But this concept is different. So that expense incurred by an organization must be charged to the income statement in the accounting period in which the revenue to those expenses related is earned should be matched. Whether company will take loan, for example, I am starting the company with an amount of 5 crore rupees and taken 3 crore as a loan, 2 crore as a debenture. Total 10 crore rupees is in my account. 5 crore generated by me through shares. So 10 crore and I have expended more than 7 to 8 crore rupees, 7.75 crore at the end of 31st March. So all expenses should be disclosed by me at the end of 31st March. And my balance is now 2.25 crore. This is called matching principle or matching concept. I hope you understand the concept.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
So
sir.
always relate matching concept relates with the revenue generated by the firm and expenses incurred by the firm should be matched at the end of the accounting or financial year. Next is revenue recognition concept. So what do you mean by revenue recognition? When revenue recognized?
So
Yes,
when it is
So
incurred,
when the sale
not
is
when it is
made,
actually paid.
very good. So revenue recognition concept states that we recognize revenue only when we receive the amount of that sale. For example, I sold my bicycle to person A for rupees 10,000. That person provide me or return me 5,000 rupees and promise me to pay that 5,000 at the end of month and take my bicycle for ride and put my bicycle on their home and use that bicycle for exercise purpose. When that person is not provide me or not return me that 5,000 pending rupees, then they will get the ownership of that cycle or not? Yes, they are not getting the ownership because of this concept. I recognize that particular bicycle, sale of that bicycle, when I received complete amount of selling price. So revenue recognition concept means we recognize only when we receive that amount. I promise to pay you 5 lakh rupees at the end of your MBA. That is in words only, not in figures, not in reality. So imagination prices are not put or not entered in an accounting. When we are doing type of journal entries, please remember this concept also come into the journal entries. When person promise, I will pay this amount on tomorrow, but we can't enter that amount in our records because of this concept, right? Yes, clear हो गया?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
So
yes, sir.
next concept is relates to the
Dual
dual
aspect.
or duality principle. So dual or duality क्या होती है? In accounting standards for making a good type of information or good type of explanation. So how can we use this concept? Because every type of entries in accounting after company law permission, we have a double entry system. Why double entry? Because according to this concept, every transactions entered into by an enterprise has two aspects. If a transaction has taken place or an event has occurred, it is bound to have two-sided effect. One is debit and other is credit. In as a student, you are in doubt why double entry system adopted by accounting standards or various type of uh, accounting provides or service provide companies? Because if we put one entry in double entry system and at the end of the year when we prepared trial balance and we found different types of errors, if we have a single system, then this type of error can't be disclosed. But in double entry system, this type of error disclosed. That's why double entry system adopted by Indian accounting standards and also adopted by company law board for betterment, and they want minimize different types of problems arise in our financial statements. That's why in India we adopt double entry system. What is the format of journal? Why we prepared journal entries? Because journal entries are the first step how to enter in accounting. When you enter the voucher, what is the format? We will discuss tomorrow. But because of this concept, you have to understand every type of information and every type of information provided by different types of financial statement should be similar or should be formalized. That's why double entry system provides us a format, that type of format where we have put standard and prepared similar type of statements. What is the format of journal entry? Simple: date, particulars, type of item or type of, if you don't have a knowledge of accounting, then I will put type of or segregation of type of account. And next, amount debited or credited. So this is the 5 column statement with ledger folio. So date, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount and credit amount. This is the format of journal entry system, right? Because of this entry system, we after journal entry, we are trying to use next level, that is called ledger. Under ledger, we segregate all types of and prepare all types of account ledger, and taking the closing balance of ledger, they are help they are preparing trial balance. And after analyzing trial balance, we are preparing various types of financial statement with the help of those trial balance. Under trial balance, if in trial balance we found some different types of errors, replaceable errors, errors of principle, different types of errors we will discuss in next classes. We will try to understand the concept. With double entry system, we are we have a various types of platform where we identify different types of errors and provide every type of solution for those errors, right? So next, here the end of all accounting principles which are in your syllabus or which are in accounts. Now at the end of, because we have 5 minutes left, here I want to just discuss what do you mean by matching concept versus accruals. Why different types of person confused in matching concept versus accruals or matching concept versus cash basis? Because of various doubts. Accrual basis of accounting requires recognition of income and expenses in the accounting periods to which they relate rather than on cash basis. When I am going to give you a classes on uh, journal entries, then I also disclose or also trying to understand what is accrual basis of accounting and what is cash basis of accounting, because they have two different types of concepts. Under accrual basis, we incorporate all types of revenue which have to be generated or which is expected to be generated in under that year. But under cash system, we include only those type of expenses or revenues which have been happened in that accounting year or directly relate to that year. Accrual basis of accounting is therefore similar to the matching principle in that both tend to dissolve the use of cash basis of accounting. That's why people get confused, because we have a two type of base accounting: accrual accounting and cash based accounting. For example, accrual basis of accounting requires the recognition of the estimate tax expenses. So, estimate tax expenses included in accrual type of basis accounting, but they put assumptions. But under cash system, expenses in current accounting period, they put only those type of figures in that system of accounting which happened in cash or through bank, right? So, however, matching principle would also necessitate the recognition of deferred tax in the accounting period in which the temporary differences arises. So, for the match and accounting profits with the tax charges recognized in the accounting period to the extent of the temporary differences. So, this is the difference between the two bases of accounting, which are also important to understand when what is the difference between these two bases: accrual based accounting and cash based accounting. In my next class, in tomorrow's class, first I will discuss what do you mean by accounting equation. Yes, any student who want to give some light, what do you mean by accounting equation? Yes, simple. Balance sheet equation is an accounting equation. Liabilities is equal to assets plus liabilities. Assets is equal to liabilities plus capital, or assets is equal to equities. So when in tomorrow's class, I will discuss thoroughly these concepts, how these concepts come into the existence of companies or by company law board approved it. At the end of the period, how many types of account? There are three types of account. First, personal account, real account, and nominal account. What is the golden rule of accounting? So, with this note, today I end this session, and tomorrow I will start my session with accounting cycle, then journal entry, what are the rules and regulations of journal entry, and also give also trying to throw some lights on principles, where adjust some principles and put some journal entry questions. So those students who don't have a good knowledge of account or sound knowledge of account, or they don't have much familiar with this concept of account or final account, how they prepare various types of vouchers entry, then they will attend my class with paper and pen also, because I will discuss all types of journal entry rules and also trying to provide some examples of journal entry with the help of some practicals. So don't miss tomorrow's class and attend my all classes, because on my request, Director Sir allow me also and allow all the faculty members who are taking bridge course. They provide four more hours, and I will take your 8 lectures, total 8 lectures as a bridge course. I hope you all are, please don't miss any class and try to understand the concept behind extension of 4 more classes, right? So don't
Yes,
miss.
yes, sir.
And in tomorrow's class, be prepared, attend my class with paper, pen, and calculator, right? This is instruction, because I don't want to waste my any class because of these type of nonsense. So please Be prepared for tomorrow's class. Tomorrow, I am trying to start your practical with the help of some practical questions also. Right? So, with these notes, thank you so much for attending today's session. If you have any doubt, then please discuss. I am available here. Any doubt?
No,
Hello?
sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
And listen one more thing. You all have my mobile number. If you have doubt in my any class, in my future classes also, you will message me and put some time in any time when you feel comfortable for discussion. I am available morning 6 to evening 10. You will message me from the availability from classes. I will put some time and put your time mark. You will attend me on any portal of online and solve your problem. Right? So thank you so
Okay,
much.
sir.
God bless you all.
Thank you,
Have a
sir.
good
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
God
sir.
bless.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.